Hello and happy Tuesday. It's Katie Langford, founder of Bold Women's Society, and every Tuesday, my co-founder Amanda Cahill and I, we come to you live, bringing you an incredible, amazing woman who's going to share her story. And it looks like Erin has just popped on, so let me invite Erin to this morning. And while Erin is joining us, I just want you to remember that no matter what is happening in your day, I want you to know that you can face any of this. And if you need a community, I want you to jump on over to Bold Women's Society because we can absolutely help you. Erin, if you will just go to that little bottom and click join. There it is. I think Erin is working on joining us. So in case you are wondering what Bold Women's Society is, we are a community of ambitious, amazing women, and we're the intersection of personal and professional development. We know there's a lot of people out there who are going to tell you what you need to go do. We want to help tell you how to actually do it. And so each week we bring one guest into our studio. Says Erin's having a little bit of trouble. So while she tries to reconnect with us, I want you to remember that we want to help you. We want to bring amazing, incredible, everyday women just like you and just like me who are doing extraordinary things. And we want you to share, we want them to share how they're doing it. Erin, I just sent you another request. So if you'll go, there you are.
Hi.
Hi, dear one. How are you?
So good. How are you?
Oh, so good. So good. So Amanda is on a plane right now, but since this is a live show, we got to go live whether or not she's still on a plane or not.
Got to do it. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Sorry about the snafu at the beginning.
Oh my gosh. If there is one thing I've learned after doing, I think this is our 10th or 11th episode, is that when you go live, anything can happen. So I just roll with the punches. That's the only way we can do it. So before we jump in, I just want to introduce you to our Bold Women's Society audience. So Erin England is an attorney, a partner with her law firm. She is an advocate, mentor, and sponsor to women. She is such a badass that when she saw a gap in the market, she created not one, but 2 startups that she is planning on taking. I've even told Erin that one of these ideas is her billion-dollar idea. I truly believe that Erin's startup companies are going to take over the marketplace because it's something that women and moms need. But most of all, Erin is just one of those no BS, tell it how it is, woman's woman. And as Laundry Soup just said, she is the biggest badass. She is. So Erin, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Bold Women's Society from literally the first second when I called you and told you what I was doing. So I want to tell us just a little bit about who you are and kind of what you're doing right now. I think Erin's still on, but it looks like it's buffering. So we will. She is. So Erin, let's see here. Oh, here we go. Since Erin's left, no worries. I'm certain that she is jumping back on. Here we go. Here's what's funny. If any of you paid attention to any of our shows when Mercury was in retrograde, we had like the craziest. This is even hard. Like this is easy. So don't even worry about it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Technology, like, right? We both love it and hate it.
Well, I was trying to get rid of the comments because they're awesome, but I'm like, oh, that's my friend Emily. Oh, that's sweet. And so I wanted to react to it. But I don't think you can get rid of it, right? How it's on the bottom of the screen.
You can't.
Okay. So I'll just
gotta go with it.
Look right at you and not touch anything. I feel like you were saying really great things about me. And then I just, psychologically couldn't handle it. So I just went away.
Well, I tell you, the thing is that you and I have known each other for a number of years. And one of the ways that we came together was because we were in that beginning of what I would call the middle stages of our careers, right? We were no longer the newbies, but we weren't quite at the executive levels that we were hoping to be at. And so you and I and about 6 other women, we started a lean in circle. We started meeting and we started saying, like, how can we get where we want to go? And so I would love to hear just a little bit about, like, that was, oh my gosh, seriously, Erin, that was almost 10 years ago when we did that.
Isn't that nuts? And it was
so nuts.
A professional matchmaker, right? So James,
right. She was.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, where are you today?
Okay.
How'd you get here?
Sure. So I think what you were saying earlier, all correct. I fact checked it, all correct. I'm a partner at a firm called Catton Mution Rosenman. Let's just call that my 9 to 5, right? I don't think they're listening right now, but if they are, that's great. They're going to learn a lot about what's going on. But it's a great job. I worked really hard to get there, right? I never want to discount how grateful I am to be in the position I am. So I practice commercial finance law. It took so much work and so much diligence and so much perseverance to get here. But you kind of get there and you say, well, what else? Right? So like you were saying, we got here. It's kind of the mid-career stage. I think it's in your mission statement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Women. So no longer the rookies, but we're not Jan Sherry yet. We're not Sarah Blakely yet.
No, not yet.
Fingers crossed. Where do you go from there? And there just aren't a lot of people talking about, but for the lean in movement, which I know still has its skeptics, right, about the approach and her messaging. But what do you do next? So for me, it's start a couple of companies, right? So I don't even know where to begin.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, so you went from day-to-day, entry-level, first year, fourth year, etc. attorney. You got to the partner office. And before you even got there, you were right on the cusp. Like, I remember these conversations and you were like, Katie, is this it? Like, is this? And so you had an itch. But like you said, and like Amanda, our co-founder, right? Amanda's still in her corporate job. That's right. She's on a plane right now. So how did you decide, though, to say, okay, I can still be a partner at a law firm, but I'm going to scratch this itch to see what else might be there?
Yeah. I mean, just slowly, right? I think I get so frustrated with the status quo. Is this all there is? And you're struggling, and I still struggle to say there's 100, I don't know, 1,000, let's say 1,000 women, young Erin Burroughs, before she got married, who want my job, who want in this chair. And not to make it sound better than it is, but it's a great job. It's a great role. And it's something that I had wanted, right? When I was 20, 25, wide-eyed, learning what to do with my life. And so you almost feel bad. I think women do it more so than men, or at least we acknowledge it. You almost feel bad for wanting more. Like, y'all's message is it's okay to have a really great job and a different. And so I think I just realized that just the 9 to 5, well, it's lawyers, so it's like, 24/7. It's not 9 to 5. It doesn't exist. That's not going to be enough for me for the rest of my life to sustain just my curiosity, my drive, my ambition. And so I think maybe fast forward to Alex, when I had Alex, my daughter.
Yeah.
That was definitely a turning point. I think I was up for partner, had a baby. Our builder went bankrupt. We were building a house. Did leadership.
I forgot all about the building of the house. Oh gosh.
Yeah, just the most hellacious year, 2015, 2016. But still just knew that what I was doing, what I had done before, was not going to make me happy. The first 10 years, that's not going to be it for the next 10 years, and so on. So I don't know, let's fast forward to maybe Play Source and Diaper Concierge.
And before we get there, I also just want to point out, because as an attorney, you're making good money, Erin, right? So it wasn't just about the money, right? That wasn't, because so many of us are like, oh, I want to go do the next thing so I can make more money. And yes, I believe you're actually absolutely going to make money in these next two efforts. But for you, that wasn't the only thing. Like, there was something else. So how did that happen? How did you get these ideas? And how did you actually step forward and say, I'm going to try something here?
Yeah. First of all, I want to tell all my, I'm making my friends and my mom and my aunt listen, and I want to say that these were not on the questions that came, but I am ready and here to address them. No, I love it. It was not about the money, which is also a hard thing for me to admit, because as you know, I come from a very humble background.
Yeah.
Right? Longview, small town in East Texas, where Matthew McConaughey's from. We're not best friends, but we should be. Youngest of 3 kids, you know, raised by a single mom who's incredible. She may not be able to figure out how to join now, but I'm going to send her the recording. You know, she graduated college on a Friday and started working as a bank teller on a Monday.
Yeah.
So first to go to college in my family, just the first of a few things. And so you just feel so grateful for every opportunity. So you go through A&M, you go get there on a scholarship because there's no other option. Graduated early because I was so ready to make money, right? Just so ready to be independent financially. Worked for Wells Fargo for a couple of years, realized that wasn't my passion. Went to law school on a huge whim, on a $200,000 student loan package, right? All loans, did it all on my own. Was barely smart enough to get in law school, but not smart enough to get scholarships. And those are risks, right? When you talk about
huge ones.
Taking risks, I kind of think boldness is risky. It's taking that chance that you may fail. You probably will fail, and doing it nonetheless. So you go to law school, you get the great internship at Haynes and Boone, and anybody that's in private practice or has been through law school, you know that's like the gold ticket. So you get that great job at the big firm, making bukus of money. Just to go back to what we were saying, and I thought I was set. I mean, first, just I've made it. Like, you know, little girl from small town East Texas, you made it, and it's really hard to want more, or to tell people why you want more.
Yeah.
And so it is about it will always be about financial stability for me. That will always be an element of it, which is why nobody's quitting their day job ever, right? I've gotten really comfortable in my role now, which I think has morphed, and we can talk about that later. But in my attorney day job, you just want something more. How are you helping the women around you? How are you helping the women in your world? How are you inspiring? And I think you have to come to grips with like a certain amount of self-importance. I don't know. I still struggle with how, like, why do I think that I have something to offer the world, right? Why do I think there's something that I need every other mom on the planet to know about? But again, that's the boldness, right? That's just, you just do it. I know that these things need to exist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure I'm off topic.
No, you're totally fine. Okay. So you got these ideas and you said, like, let's start with PlaySource, because that's when you launched first.
Oh, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. I think she joined. She's watching.
Yeah, Amanda is literally sitting on a plane right now. It's probably going to take off in the next 10 minutes.
Okay. Yes. Oh, you want to do PlaySource?
Yeah. Tell us how that happened. And then let's go into diaper concierge, because it's genius. Both are genius.
That the $1 billion you were thinking? That's the one I'm thinking. Okay. Okay. So PlaySource, just for anybody who doesn't know, it's the company name is PlaySource, and I call it PlaySource Dallas because I'm hopeful that one day there can be PlaySource Austin, and PlaySource Houston, and PlaySource Chicago, and PlaySource Manhattan, and all of these things. But for right now, it's a website and a social media presence for where to take your kids to play in the DFW area. Like, at its fundamental level, it's Google meets Yelp meets some mom blogs, and all three of those resources that already exist, I almost cussed, I cuss a lot, are crap, right? They're inadequate. They're inadequate. Let's call it that.
Erin, remember that our favorite word at Bold Women's Society is badass. So you're fine.
You see the word ass. Oh, okay. I feel empowered now.
Yeah. Be empowered, sister.
My authentic sailor's mouth self. As I just realized there's not a good resource, an online free resource to tell me where to take my kid to play. So Alex was born. I have a 5-year-old daughter, Alex, as you know. Alex was born in 2016. I had this great maternity leave. Again, shout out to big firms who are doing it right. Wonderfully generous, all paid maternity leave for like 4 or 5 months. What in the hell do I do with this little baby all day? Like, they don't tell you. They tell you nurse and how to do when to nap and all these. But what do you do the rest of the time? And so I would Google, I would look at Motlog, look at Yelp. It just wasn't adequate. And so I started to keep this little notebook in my car. Oh, I want to try Urban Air. Oh, I want to try this mall's playground. And that just morphed into taking a chance again.
Yeah.
Site. And then the website is this, you could go to it, placesourcedallas.com. It's a directory of places to take your kids. Search by location, search by free, search by outdoor.
Oh my goodness. You have to love live technology because Instagram just kicked me off. So welcome back to Let's Get Bold. Let me see if I can get Erin England back with us. I tell you what, I don't even know what's going on with technology right now, but we are back. Danielle, thanks for coming back. Okay. So let me ask you this though. Besides just the amazing part of the business, what did you have to do? Who did you have to be to say, I'm going to do this?
A desperate mom.
A desperate mom.
Yeah, desperate mom. Oh, that's deep. I think, and I don't remember the last thing you said. Did Instagram kick you off?
Yeah, it did.
Desperate in multiple ways, I guess. So desperate in the physical sense of, hey, I need a diaper in public and this doesn't exist and I can't go get one of these somewhere. And then desperate in the sense of looking for something more, right? In your career, in your life, in your, what are you giving back to the world?
Yeah.
Now I have a daughter, right? Now I'm a parent. Now you start to think about things. How am I making it better for her? What is, can I be there for her during all these moments? And when I started to think about different steps in your career, what's something that I can do that I can run it from, just be flexible, right? And now the world is super flexible. So being an attorney has really turned a corner, I got to tell you. But yeah, so I think that desperation of how does this not exist? The world is not conducive for parents' comfort. The world is not made for parents. That's what I would say. The world is not made for parents. If it were, there would be free diapers, wipes in every public restroom, and there would be changing tables everywhere, but there are not. There are. You know how hard it was to get a changing table? Not to get a changing table, to get a diaper concierge machine in a men's restroom at Love Field?
No, I can't even imagine.
Discussion. It was a conversation we had to have.
Really?
Like, sure, you'll put 3 in the women's, but what are you going to do with this 4th?
Yeah.
Well, men's room, guys. Anyway, I think it started small. It started with the idea. It started talking to the Katies of the world, right? Like, hey, what do you think about this? Is this crazy? How would this even work? Tons of Googling, tons of research, diaper vending machines. They exist. And that's when I realized that somebody else had made it before. Well, why the hell aren't they everywhere?
Yeah.
Why have I never seen one? I'm out and about all the time. I'm the most active mom. I mean, she's very mobile. Alex has been to lots of places. So if they exist, why are they not here? So a little bit of anger, right? So digital vending machines exist. Diaper vending machines exist. How is there not a digital vending machine in every public bathroom?
Yeah.
And why is there no one fighting this fight? Why is no one doing this? So I found a manufacturer. I mean, it all sounds so simple in retrospect, right? When you start thinking about it, but this is months and months and years, and just thinking about it conceptually and how would it work. So
yeah.
You find a manufacturer. They're out in Santa Rosa, California. Digital Media International. Went out there to visit them. We just happened to be in wine country, which is an extra bonus. Made sure they didn't have two heads, right? And I thought, okay, I can put this machine. I'm going to find somebody to let me put this machine on their wall. I thought it would be slam dunk. People would be coming to me like, oh, can we have a diaper concierge? And what I may not have made clear earlier is if you go look at a picture of them, these things are sleek.
Okay? Yeah, it's beautiful. I take a picture every time I'm at Love Field.
Thank you. They look like an iPad. They function like an iPad. All digital, cashless. You can use Apple Pay, swipe your card. Very user friendly. takes like $12 in electricity per year for the venue, right? Slam dunk.
Yeah.
Galleria, North Park, they're going to be coming to me. No, not the case.
Yeah.
So
not yet.
Not yet. Yes, we'll get to that call to action momentarily. But yeah, so I had to really, really just convince, a little bit of negotiating, a little bit of my training, a little bit of just pestering, being annoying, using every networking connection you have. Somebody get me to DFW Airport, Love Field, wherever. And Love Field is just the first one that said yes.
Yeah.
So it's so much hustling.
Yeah.
I think don't understand. Well, I'm sure they understand, but the difference between having that great idea, that $1 billion idea, and executing on it is just like a sea of no's.
Yeah.
Nope. Maybe next year. No, it doesn't fit our aesthetic. That's what people have told me.
Yeah.
Nope, sorry.
So let me ask you this, Erin, because you're so good at mentoring and sponsoring women, and you spend so much time in your career thinking about how to get women to this next place. So what would you say to the woman who's sitting out there right now who says, I have an idea, but I'm terrified to go do it? What are people going to think? Who am I to try this? What would you say to them right now about why they have to go do something?
You're the only one that's going to do it. And also, like, what part scares you? You don't have to quit your job. I'm never quitting this job, right? You don't have to quit your job and all of a sudden 48 hours a week is just to do this side hustle, which they all start as like off the desk side hustles, right? You don't have to change anything except for little increments every single day. I mean, I hustle every day. There's, 5, 6 emails that go out. I'm on Instagram. I'm sourcing different products. I'm trying to get advertisers. There's digital ads at the top of my screens. It's just, it's so much work, but if not you, then who?
Yeah.
If you want a partner, if you want to be managing partner, you want to be the first female managing partner of your, AmLaw 200 law firm. You just do it. You just do it and you don't stop. That's so cheesy. I feel like I talk in bumpers.
No, I mean, so what's funny is it's basics. It's always going back to the basics. It's you put one foot in front of the other. You believe in yourself. You try. You make mistakes. You keep going. You put, like, every time I think, oh, it's this new shiny. No, it's 5 or 6 emails every single day. It's 5 or 6 reach outs every single day. If you want a new job, you got to go and have 5 or 6 conversations with people, see who they're connected to. If you want to get promoted, you got to figure out what are those 5 or 6 action steps that you can take. Are you having the conversation with your boss every month? Are you saying, this is where I want to be? Are you raising your hand for projects? It's those small things that add up, and it's always back to basics.
I think it's not for the lazy, and I don't mean lazy in a bad way. I mean, you know yourself, and if you have the wherewithal, if you have the endurance, if you have the resilience to really make it happen.
Yes.
You yourself. And so if you think, yeah, that's somewhere deep down, I can do that. I see other people who are less qualified, who are not less intelligent, they're not very smart, but just they're so either less than or exactly like me, same training, same background, same, who are doing these incredible things, but they just kept going. Yeah. So you have to be super special, not like you have to be from money. There's no trust fund. I mean, there is, thank you, Catton, for my trust fund, but there's a great job behind it. But even
for your salary that you work your ass off for.
Yeah, no.
They're not just paying you to do nothing.
I know, no, it's true. But there's so many grants. If you tell me if money is the problem, I'll vomit right now. Like, I just want to tell a quick story. I don't have to interview. You do, I get it.
No, we're good.
Okay, so when I was going to college, I was a junior, senior in high school, right? And I knew there was no money. And I didn't have my Terry Foundation scholarship lined up yet. That's what did the full ride for me. I got that book out of the high school counselor's office has that huge book. Back in the day, they were laminated, and it was all these scholarships, $500, $250, maybe $1,000 from the Junior League of Longview. I'm talking, I applied for like 40 scholarships, and I cobbled together enough money to get that first semester. And that's all I had lined up.
Wow.
Came in, honestly saved the day. If not for them, I don't know, wouldn't be in the same position, but I hustled. I wrote the essays, I mailed in the stuff, I paid the application fee, like find the 40 scholarships in the laminated binder, right? It's the same here. So I apply for every grant I can find, every woman-owned business grant, foundation, program, every resource that's out there. You just have to look. And so just about like, if you're scared to do it or if you don't know where to start, you do. Yeah. Like, talk to me, talk to people, you talk to the Katies of the world. You just have to do it and be honest with yourself if you have that endurance in you.
And I would say that we live in a time in the world, in world's history, where finding information is the easiest it's ever been, right? Yep. Like, I think about starting my own business now, and I was doing my gratitude list. Like, one of the things I'm trying to do every single day is 5 minutes of gratitude. Why? Because it adds up, because it means something. And I literally said on my gratitude list, I am grateful that I live in a time where technology like this, like we can do this. We couldn't have done this even 15 years ago, and this is something that we're both getting the message out about our businesses. We're pouring into other women who may be doubting themselves. Like, there are answers, and Google is my best friend for sure.
Google and social media, use these things to your advantage. Like, I didn't know how to do Instagram or social media marketing. I took a class. I took an online class, and I paid somebody $500 a month for 3 months. Paperfly Co. Shout out to them. They're out of South Africa, but they're friends of friends. Did an incredible job, and I went back to being a student. I went back to still. I didn't know the difference between a hashtag and the @ symbol.
Oh,
a year and a half ago. Okay, and 3,000 followers here on PlaySource Dallas, right? Yeah. So you have to educate yourself. Maybe the theme here is it's work and it's hard, but I'll be damned not about to quote another bumper sticker. But if you love it and you enjoy it every day, it does not feel like work.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's funny because, I think, and maybe it's just in my world, but we hear and we talk about the law of attraction a lot. Mm-hmm. And there's a guy that I follow, John Osseroff, and he said, the thing that we forget about the law of attraction is the last 6 letters of attraction are action, right? So you can't just be like, I want a diaper concierge to be $1 billion business. Like, you have to have the action. Yeah. And then he says, and this is my new favorite one, the law of Goya, get off your ass. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So it is hard work. And if anyone who's telling you that if you're trying to build something, grow something, go after something, create a dream in your world, whether it is, right now I'm trying to run a half marathon. It is work. It is hustle. It is everyday grinding. It is, so it doesn't matter what you're trying to achieve. Even if it's, I'm going to be the best damn mother that I can. Yeah. The best moms that I know, they are learning about how to take care of kids and what their kids need, and they're showing up, right? Like, it's not easy. None of this is easy. But when you put the work in and you achieve what you want and you get to grow as a human, like, that's what's worth it.
Yeah. And also, just talking about the perseverance of it, you're going to get, everybody says no to me. No, it's no, maybe next year. It's not, so many no's. You can't take that personally. And you have to, I learned this from my law practice, really, is somebody's having a bad day, somebody snaps at you, somebody says no, that's on them. Everybody's got their shit. Everybody's got a home life and a work life and there's just so much going on. You're not their priority. Yeah. You're a vendor, or you're trying to be a concessionaire at the airport. You're not their priority. But you follow up the right ways. You find the inroads, right? Network like crazy. Yeah. Find people that are in positions of influence and just work it.
Yeah. So what's the next bold goal?
Scaling, expansion, diaper concierge. I kid you not, I want these in every public restroom where it makes sense. And what I mean by sense is not everybody goes to the bathroom at Tom Thumb, right? So you may not need them at Trader Joe's or Tom Thumb, but I want them at Six Flags, Disney World, the Arboretum. We're in conversations with a lot of these people.
Yeah.
But just hasn't quite materialized, right? It's a long game. American Airlines Center, Pro Museum. I mean, just everywhere. And that's just local. That's just me here. Eventually just expansion nationwide, maybe worldwide if the concept makes sense. Yeah, just more.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so where can everyone find you? Where do you hang out the most?
Physically? Digitally?
No, digitally.
It's like, I don't know, my house lately. PlaySource Dallas, Instagram. So Instagram is just a much easier platform to use. Are you on Facebook too?
Oh, yeah. But what about LinkedIn? Are you a big LinkedIn still?
LinkedIn, as far as we'll call it my legal practice.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about, and there's a couple of attorneys here that joined, anyone thinking about law school, going through a hard time, thinking about having, becoming a parent, any of that, I'm an open book. I love talking to people, trying to help them through whatever it is they're up against right now. So LinkedIn for sort of legal practice, and then I would say Instagram for diaper concierge and PlaySource.
I love it. And if anyone out there is listening and they say, ooh, I know people that can help Erin, like this is a genius idea. Let's connect. Let's get this to happen. Because even as a non-mom, I'm like, this is so friggin' genius. And just this conversation brought up a couple of people in my head. I'm like, oh, I need to connect you to so-and-so and so-and-so.
Yeah. We're sell wipes like crazy, just wet wipes, not antibacterial. So wipes like crazy. Anything that our goal, what we value most is improving the lives of parents, right? So in the diaper change situation, that's how it started. But if if other people can benefit by buying some hand sanitizer just because they're on their go, but yeah, if anybody has ideas or connections, find me either on Instagram or one of those websites, and there's an email, there's a contact form. I'm not hard to find.
I love it. Well, I will tell you, having been with you for a lot of this journey, sometimes really close and sometimes just in and out, but having been connected with you over the past 10 years, I can safely say that, one, you're a total badass. Two, everything that you say and preach to women, you do. And so you're a model, you're a role model. And if anyone's thinking, I can't do it, start modeling Erin, right? Because Erin is getting up in the morning saying, I can. And then the third thing is that I just truly believe that the best is yet to come for you, that what is in front of you is going to be amazing. And thank you for leaning in. That was cheesy. Thank you for being bold. Thank you for accepting the call to step in, even when you were nervous, even when you were scared, even when you didn't know the path. Thank you for doing that, because it truly is making an impact on other people in the world.
Yeah, I mean, to say it's my pleasure would belittle it, but it's truly my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I'm going to splice these two together and we'll get them out there. Love you much. Let's go have lunch and catch up.
Same.
Congrats, and we'll talk soon, Erin.
Thank you. See you
Bye.
later. Yeah.